All right, everyone, we welcome you to Hanson Memorial Stadium here in Somerset, Massachusetts for this afternoon's coverage of high school boys lacrosse on many different platforms today. We're on Somerset Access TV Channel 98, Berkley Community Access TV Channel 9, the Blue Raider Studios YouTube channel, Bourne Community Television Channels 6, 8, and 9, the Bourne Community TV YouTube channel, and my broadcasting YouTube channel. We got South Coast Conference action this afternoon, game number 16 for both teams today. The 7 and 8 Somerset Berkley Raiders taking on the 14 and 1 Bourne Canalmen. A big game for Somerset Berkley. If they are able to pull off the upset at home, they will advance to the state tournament for the first time in their program history, which started back in 2024. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds. Keegan, Hamblett alongside Carter, Silvia on commentary, with Brian Moniz running the camera. Carter, the starting goalies, going to the respective sides, Nolan, Scofield, and Chase Vaught. And we know from games in the past from these two teams, the goaltending matchup is going to be big today.
Yeah, for sure, Keegan. Two top goalies in the FCC as well, for sure. I mean, two guys who, especially Chase Vaught, who faces a lot of shots per game and has shown that he can hold his ground. And today should be an interesting one, Keegan. Could be a very high-scoring one.
And you got two guys, one on either side, who have both eclipsed the 50-goal mark this year. Gavin Rodriguez at 50 for Somerset Berkley, and Jack Balfour, the Mashpee kid, this new co-op with Bourne and Mashpee, with 52 goals on the air. So this is going to be interesting to see how the scoring and goaltending play out. It's the Bourne Canalmen in their road purple uniforms going right to left, Somerset Berkley in the home whites, and it's Gavin Rodriguez quickly defending Max Riddle on the far side, and Rodriguez will pick it up. And Carter, officially this afternoon, Gavin Rodriguez signed the paperwork to be playing college lacrosse over at Emmanuel.
Yeah, G-Rod's had an impressive year for sure, and Emmanuel's lucky to have him. And today he's going to have to play looks like he's playing a little bit more defense here today, as Bourne is a very high-scoring team.
On the left side, this is Chase Lyons, who will bring it back out to Kai Asmari, Jack Borowski defending him. A very hot day here in Somerset. We're lucky to be in the press box with some air conditioning. A lot of the fans have made their way in front of the press box with the shadows to help keep them cool. As Mari backs out of the attacking area, will drift towards the middle and call for a switch on the far side. Lyons open on the left where Kroll is waiting to defend him. Instead, Murray will go right to Christian Hicks. Hicks has Gonzalez behind the net. And we'll drift back to about the 20. Nothing going on that side against Max Riddle. Riddle breaks up possession just for a moment before Hicks gets it back to the freshman Chase Lyons and Carter. Chase Lyons, 18 goals on the year, is a part of the hockey team with you in the winter sports season. He's going to be one of these faces for Somerset Berkley Athletics in the future coming up.
Yeah, for sure, Keegan. He's had a bright last couple of games. He's been piling up the goals with hat tricks to go along with it. So Chase Lyons, as you said, he's going to be a bright spot for SB Sports in the near future.
This is Christian Hicks backing off, and that time it was Ethan Fox closing him out. Lions look to go back to the left. Wasn't there. James Kroll looking to pick up that ground ball. Back on the lacrosse team after playing baseball for a couple of seasons. The one bounce pass over to Brady Banks, and we'll have to scoop it up. So he'll step into the area. High pass will go back out. Riddle, as you had Drew Kelly running on the field for the first time today. Ty Hawk spinning his way to the left side. It's Seitz with the low shot, a first save of the game. Puck behind him, but Chase Vaught able to handle it comfortably. And he's another one of those guys, Carter, who's really been stepping up. You've been seeing multi-digit saves in the last few games, and that's why Somerset Berkley has won 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Chase Vaught's been very impressive. We talked about him a little bit before the game started, and he's been really impressive.
That one will go out of play off on the near side. 9:22 to go in the opening quarter. Still scoreless from Hanson Memorial Stadium. That was Gabe Gonzalez who had the last touch on it. Got to talk with both coaches before the game. Coach Tim Crowley for the Bourne Canalmen said the main keys were coming out, playing their game, as Vaught will make his second save on Ty Hawks, holding the ball, possessing it around, and doing their best to limit the Somerset Berkley shots on goal. For Coach Strangolagali and Somerset Berkley, he said what's been working in the winning streak is they don't stop, and they've been battling that adversity pretty well over the last 6 games, which equates to about 2.5 weeks. This is Brady Banks giving it in front. It looked like the intended target was Charlie Seitz. Drew Kelly looking to save it before it goes out, and he cannot. It goes out right in front of the Canalmen bench. Well, Carter, early on, Bourne's got 2 shots and Somerset Berkley yet to get one onto Nolan Scofield. But it's been an evenly matched game so far and a pretty steady pace to start this one out.
Yeah, it looks like Somerset Berkley is really just trying to control the pace in the offensive zone, not trying to turn over the ball too much. Just be patient, wait for opportunities to open up.
Hicks running, able to get by Ethan Fox. And we'll get it away on the far side to Lyons, working now in the corner. Lyons looking to get some help. Murray off on the ground, and it will go out of play off of James Kroll. Well, Carter, I know you've been doing a couple of the home games recently for the Somerset Berkley boys lacrosse team. I've been at Bourne for most of them. What have you liked overall over the last 2 weeks for this Raider side, and why do you think they've been winning so many of their recent games?
It's kind of like what their coach said. I mean, they've been battling in every single game. Every game they've won has been really close as well, and especially against Seekonk, twice, 2 close games in just the same amount of weeks. And that overtime win is really impressive, and this is why this team is having such a great year, just by not giving up no matter the scoreline in the games.
Yeah, I saw that overtime clip that they posted on the team Instagram page, and you saw what that win meant to them. It had been up until this season, Somerset Berkley had never beaten Seekonk. There's a lot of these teams now that Somerset Berkley had never beaten in their first 2 years as a program, and they are now starting to compete with them. This Bourne side is one of them. Bourne is 4-0 all-time against Somerset Berkley, a plus 53 goal differential in the 4 contests. 2 of those have been here at Hanson Memorial Stadium. Hicks spinning yet again, the multi-sport athlete. He's a part of the football team in the fall, JV basketball during the winter, 5 minutes in. And a nice save by Christian Hicks to keep it in play. 2 Canalmen players colliding with each other. Valois falling down after Fox got in the way. And a good crowd making their way here to Hanson Memorial Stadium today. We have a couple sports going on. We got tennis going on over at the courts. We also got softball senior day against West Bridgewater going on here. That's a nice pickup by James Kroll. We'll start the rush up for the Canalmen. Kroll stepping up. He wants to try a long-range shot, and that one got blocked and it ends up on the left side to Banks. James Kroll, we saw him step up a couple games ago against Greater New Bedford. 1 goal for the defender and long stick midfielder senior this year. We go into Mass Maritime after his time is done at Bourne High School. This is Ty Hawks running back onto the field, running right side, and his shot scores. Ty Hawks with his 27th goal of the year took them to the halfway point of the first quarter, but Bourne has that road lead.
We've seen Ty Hawks over the years against Somerset Berkley and how much he really shows up. He's always been the top scorer for Bourne each and every time that they play Somerset, and he showed it there, just taking it by the defender with ease and sniping it top corner on Chase Vaught.
Face-off coming back into the middle. Jackson Fioli against Mike Valois this time. Fioli yet to get in the goal-scoring column this year. Mike Valois, a senior, has got 13 goals this season. He got Banzani and Mari macked up on the near side, as Valois will win another one. Looking to run now against Gavin Rodriguez. He gets by him, still going right side, and lost the ball. And we'll see who it went off of last. They're going to say it's off of the Canalmen, so it will be Somerset Berkley's possession. But Carter, when you're in a game like this for this Somerset Berkley side who's never made the state tournament, how important is it to rebound after they had a golden chance at Dennis Yarmouth just a few days ago and were unable to come out with a win in that one?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that game is over. That was in the past, and now they have to feel like they have a real chance to make this state tournament. Now you have to go against Bourne, the best team in the SEC, and definitely you're a big underdog in this game. But if you can compete and just possess that ball and try and get your opportunities when you can, you never know what could happen in this one.
Christian Hicks, right side, couple options, goes behind the net to Gabe Gonzalez. And I'll go right back into the corner with Lions. Now, this is something where Somerset Berkley is going to have to get to 500. Latest power rankings on Friday morning, they sat number 44 in Division II, so they won't get to the top 32 in terms of the overall rating with win margin and strength of schedule. Obviously, this game will help them out for sure, and as the season goes on, you hope for teams that you've played already to win a couple games. Caius Mari tripped up, and a flag is coming out. They'll keep possession here for the moment. This one should be going against the sophomore, Henry Bonzani. Pass goes behind Lyons, and it will go out of play, and that leads to our first penalty flag of the game, and you could see it right there, Carter, in the middle. The midfielder, Bonzani, 6 goals on the air, just a little trip up right in the mix of the attacking area.
Yeah, and this is a golden opportunity for Somerset Berkley here on the man advantage. They really need to capitalize here because goals may become few and far between here in this one.
I also got to talk with Coach Strangolagali. He mentioned what's been working out, and I asked him about this game specifically, and he only gave me 3 letters for the main key today, TOP. And I think we all know what that means in the business, time of possession. They're going to be taking their time, setting up for a good shot to try to beat Nolan Scofield, who's got a .659 save percentage on the year, allowing 4.14 goals per 48 minutes of play. Coming into that Monomoy game on Friday, he has played every single minute, but he did not play in the fourth quarter after taking a shot off the ankle. Had some issues with the shoulder as well, and that led to Max Beals, the former Canalmen goalie, now a defender, stepping in for that fourth quarter. That's Caius Mari taking the shot, bounced wide, and that's going to be close to see who wins it. And it is going to be Scofield beating out Gavin Kamara, 2 sophomores hustling for that ball. It will be Kroll to take it out of the back. We've seen that a couple of times. He'll just give it to Scofield. Scofield at times will go up the field, see how far he goes this time. He'll go about 20 yards away, and it's too high for Micah Hingston. Career records for both of these coaches. Tim Crowley, longtime coach, over a decade and a half now, as that shot is saved by Vaught off of Charlie Seitz. 138 and 101 is his career record at the helm. Coach Strangolagali for Somerset Berkley in his third year is 12 and 29 overall. That's Borowski finding Ty Hawks, backing off of Kamara for the moment. And now he'll step up. Bonzani open in the middle. Gave it left side. Banks fakes the low shot. Gave it down low. Charlie Seitz gets in possession of it, and it's put wide off on the right side. And out of play, the Canalmen Carter starting to finally get a little bit of momentum their way with chances on the left side.
Yeah, they've really done a good job defending this man advantage, and this is why they're so good this season. They just know how to play the game, and they've definitely impressive to watch here, despite not being up by a lot.
This is Brady Banks who's going to get to this one. Nick San Martin will defend him. 2:48 to go first quarter. 1-0 Bourne over Somerset Berkley on a goal by the captain, Ty Hawks. Both of these teams have 4 team captains: Caius Mari, Gabe Gonzalez, Jake De Silva, Gavin Rodriguez. The Somerset Berkley captains. You got Ty Hawks, Sean Kelly, Brady Banks, Jack Balfour, the Canalmen captains. Here's Hingston, and a good whack by Rodriguez to poke that one free. Still fought for on the ground. Kamara couldn't get it for Somerset Berkley, but Ty Hawks will find it as he goes left. He's drifted in by 2 and tried to give it up to either Banks or Balfour, and it will go out of play. De Silva, the closest Raider to that one. But we've been seeing it from both sides in the opening minutes, Carter. Some of the passes just being a little bit off so far in the early going.
Yeah, not really too good by both teams, Keegan, the passing so far, like you said, but you know, both these teams, it's going to take a while to settle in. It might take a quarter, it might take 2, but eventually both teams will settle in and we'll have a really good, clean game.
This is Mari battling against Sean Kelly, and he can't go up the field with it. It's a whack in there on Lyons, and it's the senior captain, Sean Kelly, going forward. He's got options on the left. Kelly wants to take it himself. He scores. Sean Kelly, the midfielder, running up. 14th goal of the year for him, and he doubles the Canalmen lead.
Yeah, Sean Kelly taking the turnover off Chase Lyons and just taking the wide open space in front of him and puts it away on the skip shot, and that puts the Canalmen up 2, and the Raiders need to really find a way to bounce back near the end of the first.
It's the captains getting on the goal-scoring column for Bourne in the first 10 minutes, 22 seconds of this one. Sean Kelly, if you're watching on my broadcasting feed, you've probably heard it a couple of times for the last few games. He was named this year's Student Athlete of the Year for our broadcasting awards. Gavin Rodriguez was an award winner as well for one of our 5 athlete spotlights. Always good to hand out some of those awards to these high school student athletes who do a great job on and off the field. As Kamara steps up right side, Rory Glenn on him, tried to get it to Hicks. Hicks will pick up that ball. Fox stepping up on him as we hit 1:15 to go in the first. Hicks doing a good job one-on-one. Now we'll create about 4 yards of space to work with. Gonzalez with the spin move. Still going right side. Chase Lyons behind with 50 seconds to go. Kroll able to poke that one out, and it is going the other way. And Carter, as you know, James Kroll, multi-sport athlete, was a part of the hockey season. Hit 100 career points, 14th all-time on the Canalmen ice hockey scoring list to finish off his career. And he's one of those guys that you want to have on your team. Can bring that leadership, can bring that intensity and energy, as Brady Banks can't put one in the back of the net. And just a good guy all around. I know you've seen me talk to him a couple of times. He's just a great student athlete at Bourne High.
Yeah, he's a very good hockey player as well, and he was definitely a tough player to play against. Always a great competitor, and he's been good so far here today as well with the.
Rodriguez knocked down, and it goes off on the left side. Will there be a whistle before the horn goes off? Yes, there will. I'll have 2 seconds. This is going to have to be bang, bang. Let's see how they do it. It's going to be Lyons taking it. Couldn't get it in time, in front in time, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. You had Gavin Kamara, who was the intended target on that. Unofficial shot on goal tally in that first quarter. The Bourne Canalmen had 5. Somerset Berkley with 0. But Carter, what did you like overall from Somerset Berkley? They had their chances, and they're only trailing by 2 goals through 12 minutes.
I think they're sticking to the game plan very well, Keegan. I mean, the time of possession they had was definitely more than Bourne that quarter, but they really got to find some ways to get shots on net as well. I mean, you can possess the ball all you want, but if you don't get shots on net, how are you going to score? And especially against a Bourne Canalmen team that can literally score with ease. They can just take the ball, take the space, and really take a shot, and they can score. So they just got to find a way to get balls to the net as well. You can't just keep cycling up top, because eventually the defense will just stop it every time.
We're going to take a short break on our tape delay feeds. Carter, Silvia, Brian Moniz, and I will be back right after this short break. Don't go anywhere. Back here at Hanson Memorial Stadium, about to start the second quarter in the South Coast Conference boys lacrosse game between Somerset Berkley and Bourne. 2-0 Canalmen through 12 minutes of play. Ty Hawk, Sean Kelly, the 2 Bourne goal scorers. We thank you once again for joining us on any of our tape delay feeds. Keegan Hamblett alongside Carter Silvia on commentary. Brian Moniz is the man running our camera. Well, Carter, we ended that first quarter coverage with talking about what's working well for Somerset Berkley. You mentioned the game plan. What's working out for Bourne so far? Why do they have this 2-0 lead?
I mean, it has to be down to that just man-to-man tough defense that Bourne's been playing. Even though Somerset Berkley's had the possession, they've been on them every second of the way and stick to stick the whole time, and that's why they're not allowing any shots to go on net, and Bourne can, if they just keep this up, it can be a breeze through this game.
Second quarter underway as Kelly will win that one against Fioli, and he's stepping up just like he did the first time. Gave it to Charlie Seitz, and Bourne strikes 7 seconds into the second quarter. And Charlie Seitz will now join Gavin Rodriguez and Jack Balfour as the 3 guys in the South Coast Conference with 50 goals on the season, 3-0 Bourne.
Yeah, like I was saying at the end of the quarter, Keegan, those quick strikes of goals that Bourne can do is really impressive, and that was just a nice backdoor feed to Seitz, and Seitz dribbles it on the ground between the legs of Chase Vaught, and what a start there for the Canalmen here in this second quarter.
Charlie Seitz, 50th goal for the junior attacker, too. And that's something else Coach S preached about, is he's going to be getting a lot of these guys back. Bourne is going to be losing 12 senior members. But when you have all of these guys that keep coming back year after year, and it's showing with this Bourne side this year, as they only lost 1 senior last year, and that was Ryan Hayden, it shows just how much you can build for a team over a 9-month stretch. A chance here For Bourne to finally get their first one, Scofield got the original save on it against Christian Hicks, who was looking for goal number 16 on the season. But just talk about that, Carter, when you bring the guys back, the chemistry that can maybe gain from one season to another, because I know you've played a couple sports here at Somerset.
Yeah, chemistry is important, and especially with our hockey team, with the chemistry with the Dighton Rehoboth Seekonk players, it definitely improved so much from year one to year two, and now with these Bourne guys with their co-op, it looks like the chemistry on the field is magnificent, as the passing and just the overall game being played has been really incredible to watch.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know how they did it with this Bourne and Mashpee co-op. It was decided probably 5 or 6 days before the season that the two schools were going to co-op, and then the Fairhaven season opening game came around and it was like they've been playing together for a couple of years. And you guys did the exact same thing with Somerset and DRS. 2 years you guys have been a co-op, have made the state tournament both times, round of 32 appearances. At 24-25 season, you guys won the South Coast Conference as well. This is Ty Hawk's right side, defended by Gavin Rodriguez. Out to the D2 Belmont Abbey commit, Brady Banks. Banks looking to find a shot. Nothing there on the right side against Kamara. Drifted it in to Max Riddle, now playing as an attacking midfielder. Gave it to the top of the area, Ty Hawks. Hawks weaving by 2. Gave it into the middle. That shot will score from Max Riddle. The depth showing once again for the Canalmen. 4 different goal scorers to make it 4-0. And Max Riddle, with his 6th goal of the year, has been another one of these guys in the conference who has really been starting to get in that goal-scoring column over the last few weeks.
Yeah, great job there by Ty Hawks, drawing 2 defenders toward him, including Gavin Rodriguez. And great job by Riddle, just cutting to the middle to the open space, receiving the pass, and just a quick catch-and-shoot goal. And Bourne is really showing how good they really are in this game, as they're piling on goals quick and early here in this second quarter.
It's all upperclassmen getting in the goal-scoring column for Bourne. 2, 3 seniors, 1 junior. Gotten on the score sheet. This is Valois with it down low, and Seitz will put that one in the back of the net. Becomes the first player in this game with 2 goals, and here come the Canalmen. We've seen it so many times in the sport of lacrosse. Once you get one, you know there's going to be another, and there's going to be a string of goals coming up.
And once again, it's just Seitz sitting in that same position. Literally, we saw about 2 minutes ago where he just sat back door and put the ball right in between Chase Flott's legs again. It was pretty much copy and paste, Keegan. And now that Canalmen are in cruise control here, it's going to be tough for this Raiders side to come back and find a way to just get anything on the board here.
I would like to see what the time differential between that goal was. I believe it was 6 seconds in between those 2 goals scored. Fioli and Kelly once again on the face-off, and Kelly will sneak right by him and go forward with it. Him and Valois have been unbelievable on these face-offs this year, and even too with Henry Bonzani, the 3rd-string Fogo. So that's going to be a good option that you can have as your number 1 potentially next year for your face-off specialist. Sights back far side to Brody Hayden. And now it's Bourne who's going to be playing keep away just for a moment before Hayden uses his speed and goes up the middle with it. And he put that one off the crossbar. Now in lacrosse, that does count as a shot on goal, so it will go down as Vought's 4th save. As it goes out of the corner, looks like it's going to stay with the Canalmen here. Both coaches still with their 2 first-half timeouts. High pass along the sideline to Brody Hayden. This is Kelly going in, and Charlie Seitz just missed the frame on that one. Was looking to get a hat trick, a nice dish in from senior to junior that time. Would not fall, though. But Carter, I know you've played outside sports before. You're a part of the golf team. When you get a weather day like this where it's all sun, mid-80s, it's not an easy atmosphere, if you want to put it at that, to play with. And the Somerset Berkley side, they don't really put a lot of their subs into the game. It's going to be a lot of the same group staying out there for most of the game today. And you got to think, too, maybe will Coach S use a timeout, just give these guys a break? But they're really showing their endurance factor in this first half.
Yeah, you might have to, Keegan. As you said, playing in the heat like this, 80-degree weather, is definitely a difficult task. And hopefully the Raiders can find a way to battle back here in this one.
Christian Hicks, the shot, did not miss much. It will stay in play, though. Gonzalez waiting for it. That was a nice find by Caius Mari. Those two have combined for 43 goals this season. And a lot of these Somerset Berkley seniors, I believe there were 7 of them that were honored on senior night. A lot of these guys were founding members of this lacrosse program, as that one bounces right into the crease for Scofield to gather it. Kroll goes left to Ethan Fox. 2 football guys in the fall as Fox, he scored in that last game. Now it's Balfour looking to get one, not there that time against Rodriguez. Balfour, another Division II college lacrosse commit, will be going to Hartford next year. Good run left side, and that one will not find Brady Banks. And guess what? It found the back of the net. I think they're going to credit it to Charlie Seitz. It might have gone off of a Raider and Gavin Rodriguez into the net, but that does make it 6-0 Bourne.
Yeah, just kind of a weird one there, Keegan. A lot of deflections and really tough for Chase Bought the track. And now Bourne's running away with this one, and it's going to be tough for the Raiders to get back into it. But Bourne, right now, they're just looking to score as much as they can. Because going into the state tournament, they want to be at their peak of performance.
That's one part of it. Another part is win margin, because we know that takes effect into the power rankings that go into these top seeds. The cap-off now this year for lacrosse is 7 goals. So when you're at 6 right now, you know you got to get at least another one. Have that breathing room where if you give up one, I think that one just got a piece of the left post as well. So that does count as another save for Vaught. Now, I'm not a fan of that rule, and I just found that out earlier this year. If it hits off the post or a crossbar, it's a shot on goal. But yeah, the win margin, you talk about it, and even too, for Somerset Berkley, if they have to trail by 7 or more, maybe by double digits later on, you get some of these JV guys in, these 3rd, 4th string guys who are going to be the future of your program, and getting them those varsity reps is key for the progression of a program over the next few years.
Yeah, for sure, Keegan. In a high-scoring sport like lacrosse, win margin's got to be one of the most, and scoring margin's got to be one of the most biggest things in state tournament rankings. I mean, if you can score 7 goals a game and you're a top team, you're gonna be the top seed almost every time. But if you're letting in 7 goals and scoring 7 goals a game, it's gonna be really tough to seed you just because of the scoring margins.
Somerset Berkley's only loss in their last 6 games was 18-9 at Dennis Yarmouth on Friday. Bourne's only loss on the year came last Wednesday, which was a 10-7 loss against Abington, and that was one day after they had to play at Hull last Tuesday night, a 14-6 victory there. And that was a beautiful field. I know I was sending Matt some pictures of that one, and the Bourne guys, they all know what that field looked like. A beautiful field. You had the nice Boston skyline off on the right side, which I know we'll look at some pictures at halftime. But if you have not been to Hull High School, or if you've not seen pictures of that field, you got to get there, because that is one of the great fields. I feel like the South Coast Conference, they always do well with their stadiums and their fields to maintain them. And we know this is a new turf field as well, but talk about real quick while we have just a moment here, like some of your favorite stadiums you've gotten to do games at or even play at too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually playing at hockey rinks, Keegan, so I have a more opinion of those. But
goal scored there, Jack Balfour with his first goal of the game, captain with his 53rd goal of the year and his 181st career goal after a pickup by Bourne as he shot it on the left side.
Yeah, great job there by Balfour. Kind of doing the swim move, using his arm over the defender to protect the ball, and just a great finish there. And that puts the Canalmen up by 7. And Keegan, we'll go back onto that stadium conversation and that. As you said, South Coast Conference has some of the best stadiums in the state for sure. But if I had to pick a one I liked, even though it's not the most flashy one, but Old Rochester, even though that grass field has big stands, and it's always a great place to go watch a football game or a soccer game for sure.
I mean, all of the teams, they got great stadiums now. There's obviously multiple factors that go into it. Valois finding Balfour, Seitz had it deflect off of Vaught, and Balfour picks it right back up. It's a couple things that everybody looks at. The playing surface, the bleachers themselves, the parking situations, and the bathroom situations too. And I've always heard from everybody, the bathroom situation here at Somerset is easily the best compared to everybody, because they got actual bathrooms that they could go use and not just porta-johns off a couple of minutes away from the bleacher section. This is Gruel having some trouble with it. It's Lions finding it, getting forward, but never got a shot away. Ethan Fox will get it off on the far side, lofting that high pass up. It's gathered at midfield by Mike Valois. Valois left. Brady Banks will fake it on San Martin. Retreating back 16 yards away from goal. Hawks with a nice snag, 4:36 to go in the second. Bourne has scored 5 goals in the second quarter, looking to make it 6, and they do, with the 4th goal of the game coming from the attacker, Charlie Seitz. Make it 53 goals on the year now, and he has tied Jack Balfour for the South Coast Conference lead.
Wow, I mean, once again, it's Charlie Seitz in the same spot, pretty much doing the same shot every time. It's definitely impressive that they can run that same play over and over again, and Seitz will put it in the back of the net almost every time. And Bourne they look, almost in every game they play against Somerset, they look like the more experienced team, and today it's definitely shown.
This is a Bourne Canalmen boys lacrosse program that has been run for a very long time, about 2 decades now at this point. Let's go to next games coming up for both teams. For Somerset Berkley, unless they come back in this one, there is no next game. They do 16 games for their season. Bourne Canalmen, they've got an interesting game coming up. They're going to be back against Hull on Wednesday, 7 o'clock. And that game is not going to be played at Bourne High School. That's going to be played at Clean Harbor Stadium on the campus of Mass Maritime Academy. Now, I don't know if you've had the opportunity to play at a college venue. I know you've had the chance to play at the Amica Mutual Pavilion a couple of times. It's a different feel when you're at a different venue, not your home venue, and you get that college or even minor league venue to play at.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to play at some great stadiums, Keegan. I got to play at Conte Forum at the Boston College and at Northeastern's rink as well, and they've been and I've been there as well. There's been some great, but that experience you get playing at a professional or college field or rink is definitely a great feeling. And for them playing at Maritime, where a lot of these players are going as well, it should be a good experience for them.
Yeah, Mass Maritime seems to be one of the big colleges everybody is committing to. I know one of the main guys is your hockey teammate, Cam McKenna, who's going to be going there. And Adam Bastos, who was a part of the hockey season. He's over at Dighton Rehoboth. But, hey, you know what? They're doing something right. They're building a brand new facility right behind the football stadium. So all of those renovations that the colleges keep adding in, you're going to get those students who want to go there. And if they get in, they're going to decide, hey, I want to commit to this school. I know you're going to a nice local school in the area, Bristol Community College, right over in Fall River. You're going to be doing communications, right?
Yeah, I'm also be doing business management as well, and as we have in a timeout.
Yeah, timeout called on the field. Business management was my minor in college, and I don't even think I graduated with that minor a week and a half ago. The timeout comes with 3:13 to go in the second quarter. Bourne is up 8-0 over Somerset Berkley. Let's take another short break, and we'll be right back. All right, 3:13 to go in the first half here at Somerset Berkley Regional High School. Hanson Memorial Stadium, the field we are on today. 8-0 the Bourne Canalmen. The co-op with the Mashpee Falcons over the Somerset Berkley Raiders. South Coast Conference High School boys lacrosse action today. This will be the last time we are doing boys lacrosse for our Somerset and Berkley audiences, but obviously we got baseball, who might get a home playoff game. Softball's the big one, though. They're the number 2 seed right now, trailing King Philip in Division II. I know you and JJ have been doing a lot of those games, and I saw that home run ball you got against Apponequet in that one. For our Bourne audiences this week coming up for our coverage, we get Keeping Up with the Canalmen on Wednesday morning. Do like our final regular season sports preview, how all of the teams are looking so far. You get that Bourne Hull game, boys lacrosse on Wednesday. Thursday, we got Bourne softball. That's their season finale, looking to get their second win of the year. And Friday, we get the boys lacrosse season finale for the regular season against Fairhaven. That game will take place at Mashpee High School. That was Scofield with a nice save on the near post. Almost knocked the net off of its de facto pegs as it's played out to midfield. That was a third save of the game for Scofield, the sophomore in net. Riddle backs off of some defensive pressure with Banks calling for on the far side. Seitz is open down low, and that's who he'll give it to with under 2 to go. Seitz with the high pass off the webbing of Banks' stick. Riddle and Sam Martin now battling for it, and it's Nick San Martin picking it up, going the other way, looking to get Somerset Berkley on the scoreboard for the first time in this game. Right side, Christian Hicks. Hicks with the spin on Fox. Thought about giving it to Lyons. It's Hicks still in possession with it. What a nice possession. And the shot attempt got deflected off of a stick. It might have gone off of Frank Gruhl's stick. But how about that weave into the middle there from Somerset Berkley?
Yeah, great job there by Christian Hicks, just keeping that ball protection. Looks like Somerset Berkley is caught in a little bit of fire here at the end of the shot by Kaius Mari. Goes just wide.
Yeah, he tried to go far post that time. Would have been his 29th goal of the season. And it is Chase Lyons who will play it with Gruhl on him. Now, Frank Gruhl is one of the guys that Tim Crowley, the Bourne coach, has really been talking about in terms of stepping up and improving as the season's gone along. He's really had a couple different goal-scoring chances, and he's gone from maybe a second, third-line group in the midfield to a top midfielder for this team. This is Brody Hayden, 40 seconds on the clock, whacked by Kaius Mari, finding Charlie Seitz again, and he puts it in for goal number 5. Have an afternoon, Charlie Seitz, to make it 9-0.
And Keegan, once again, it's Charlie Seitz in the same spot scoring again, and it looks like there's been a lot of miscommunication on the defensive side for the Raiders, and it's showing as now they're down by 9, and they really just have to find a way to get any sort of hope here in this one.
Hey, it's an old saying, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. Might as well just keep staying in that same area if every shot's going to be going in the back of the net for Charlie Seitz. Another face-off coming in here at the center dot. 36 seconds to go in the second quarter before we take a halftime break. Kelly with another nice win on Fioli. I know we were talking about Northeastern earlier. He's a Northeastern commit. We go in there for health sciences, joining the honors program. Will be one of the 12 seniors honored this week. Get 8 Bourne seniors and 4 Mashpee seniors. How about Drew Kelly receiving that pass from Charlie Seitz? Doesn't get on the score sheet too often, but Drew Kelly has got his 6th goal of the season, and he becomes the 6th different Canalmen scorer in this game.
Yeah, once again, it's just another one of those great link-up plays. Now from behind the net to the front of the net, and great job there by Kelly. Just receiving the pass and doing the quick shot. And what a second quarter here by the Canalmen, piling on over 8 goals.
Drew Kelly and older brother Ty was one of the best athletes to ever go through Bourne High School and doing lacrosse now at Framingham State University. And this year for that men's lacrosse program as a sophomore was named the team's most improved player. This is Sean Kelly going quickly, and Seitz has got another one. That's the speed and the hustle. Sean Kelly going down the field and staying stationary. Same spot. Again, Charlie Seitz, goal number 6.
The fact that Charlie Seitz, Keegan, has scored a goal from the same spot 6 times is just really impressive. You've never seen things like that very often. And what a game by Charlie Seitz, just sticking to what works and running the same similar play each and every time. And it seems to be working really well, Keegan.
Now, this is going to be interesting to see how this face-off plays out. The running clock differential is 12 goals. If Bourne gets one right here in the next 4 seconds, we're going running clock. And they do just that with Mike Valois. Mike Valois, first goal of the game, 14th goal on the season with 1 second to go. And that's not something new. We've seen that from Valois this season, but those buzzer beaters, getting the last shots down the field, we've been seeing it from both of these teams this year.
Yeah, it was like Peyton Pritchard-esque there, Keegan, and what a great job there, just taking it off the faceoff once again. That speed and acceleration that has been shown off the faceoff circle by Bourne here today has been really impressive, and just a great job there, sniping it, bar down on Chase Vaught.
Just after that quick face-off, that's going to take us to halftime. Let's do a quick stats recap. The goal scorers for Bourne: 6 for Charlie Seitz, 1 apiece from Ty Hawks, Drew Kelly, Sean Kelly, Max Riddle, Jack Balfour, and Mike Valois. The shot on goal tally in that first half, 18-3 in favor of the Bourne Canalmen. Carter, Bryan, and I are going to take a halftime break, and we will be in running clock the rest of the way. Only 24 minutes to go. We will be back on all of our tape delay feeds soon. Back here at Hanson Memorial Stadium, about ready to start the second half in the South Coast Conference boys lacrosse game between Bourne and Somerset Berkley. It's been all Canalmen in this game so far, 12-0 halfway through this one. Keegan Hamblett alongside Carter Silvia on commentary. Brian Moniz is running the camera. Well, Carter, now that we're going to be in running clock mode for this second half and the rest of the way through, even if Somerset Berkley is able to cut the deficit under 12, what do you want to see from both teams? Because that clock's going to keep running. It's not going to stop at all.
I think both teams should dive into their JV players and that they, like you said earlier, Keegan, you talked about this with Somerset Berkley. Bourne should do this too, where they should develop their younger players and get them some varsity game time.
Once again, the Bourne Canalmen are in their road purple uniforms with the white numbers, white stripes. Somerset Berkley, the home white uniforms, the navy blue numbers and stripes. Shot attempt by Ty Hawks will not go on frame on that right side. Whole bunch of different goal scorers today, half of which have been by seniors and half of which have been by juniors, and the one junior has been getting them, has got 6 of them. This will be on the corner side now, where it's going to be Charlie Seitz, that junior with 6 goals, to take it for the Canalmen. Want to go other side, and the attempted pass was for Ty Hawks. Will come all the way through, and that'll work for Valois. The Bryant University commit now will step up on Fioli. Valois still going right side. His shot attempted a nice save by Chase Vaught. Stayed stationary that one card to make his 7th save of the game.
Yeah, Chase Vaught, despite the scoreline, has been really good here, making a lot of saves, and it's been really tough for him here, but he's definitely shown that he's a capable goaltender in between the pipes.
This is Riddle backing off of De Silva, and now it's Hawks with it up top. Now, I know Ty Hawks is one of the guys you like looking forward to every year, Carter. As the stick came flying in, Rodriguez plays it back to Vaught. But Ty Hawks has been one of the centerpieces for this Canalmen program over the years, and I know whenever we do a Somerset versus Bourne boys lacrosse game, he's one of the guys you always look forward to calling his name.
Yeah, we talked about him earlier, Keegan. Seems like every time that this contest happens, he's always at one of the top players on the score sheet, and he has 1 goal here today, and Bourne has really been just outplaying the Raiders in every facet here today.
Both teams still looking like they're going to keep their A groups in right now, the top attackers, midfielders, and defenders. No changes in goal from either side yet. This is Brady Banks with it, and we'll give it up to Ty Hawks. Fakes the pass to Drew Kelly, and now it's Sean Kelly. Sean Kelly running in again and quickly triple-teamed. Rodriguez will knock it away. It's Drew Kelly picking it back up, and he just missed on the left side with the shot. Balfour will take the restart. Tight angle shot might have gotten a piece of Vaught, and it goes out on the far side. Brady Banks coming in front. He scores. Brady Banks, another different goal scorer for the Canalmen in this game, becomes the 8th different player to get a goal, and for the senior captain, his 43rd goal of the season.
Yeah, great job that right Banks, accepting the pass from behind the net, making the quick move and scoring the goal. And it's really been those skip shots here for Bourne today that have been most successful on Chase Vaught.
And they're going to do Mike Valois on the face-off this time for the Canalmen against Fioli again. Fioli has really transitioned into the leadoff face-off specialist for the Somerset Berkley side. Win percentage just over 50%. Came in having won 59 out of 106. How about Max Beals going on a run on the right side? Beals coming in and lost the ball. Caius Murray picks it up for Somerset Berkley as Hill hustled down the left side. Aloy's ready to get a whack in there. Couldn't free that ball up, though. Murray enters the attacking area, and now it's Lions again. Lions trying to get by Frank Gruhl and rolled that ball past Gabe Gonzalez. Borowski battle one-on-one. Still being fought for on the ground. Pops up high in the air. 7:20 to go in this third quarter. 13-0 Bourne over Somerset Berkley. And now it's James Kroll going for a journey on the right side. Pass one stop, that's midfield. I'll give it up at the attacking area. And on the ground for Cornerbanks that time. Rodriguez will pick this one up and play it back to Vaught in goal. Now Chase Vaught Carter, he's not one of the seniors that's going to be leaving this year. Him and Nolan Scofield, both sophomores, I believe, and those two goalies could potentially be running the SEC for a very long time in between the pipes.
Yeah, very similarly to how past couple of years for the hockey teams where you had Pomborg and G-Rod running in between the pipes for the hockey teams, and now you got Scofield and Vaught, two sophomores and two really good goaltenders, and they're going to develop even more over the next 2 years.
Caius Murray with the step bounces the shot high. Christian Hicks keeps possession for the Raiders, though. Gonzalez on a bounce. Drifting off to his right. And it's too high for Caius Murray. That time it goes out of play. Cornerbanks eludes Gavin Rodriguez and gets possession of the ball. Cornerbanks, the younger brother of Brady Banks, and it's Brady with it. Brady Banks, his shot scores. And that should be an assist for the younger brother, Connor. Brady Banks, his second goal of the game.
Yeah, another goal by Brady Banks, and great job, brother-to-brother connection there. And Bourne just looks like, even though the scoreline keeps going up and up, they look like they haven't shed one sweat at all here today, as they've just been on fire from start and eventually to finish.
One of the other things Bourne coach Tim Crowley talked to me about, and I know we're never supposed to do this as broadcasters, but I'm going to bring it up right now. He said the big thing was to try and to get Nolan Scofield a shutout in this game today. The last time the Bourne Canalmen boys lacrosse team had a shutout was 8 years ago, when you had to go back to last Monday, May 11th, 2018, against Greater New Bedford. A 15-0 win was the last time that the Canalmen have had a shutout in a victory. Cornerbanks looking to take one. Didn't get all of it. Got back to it. Vaught with the save, and it's in the crease, and he will cover that one up. Gets his 10th save of the game on that. 10 saves on 24 shots. How about Nick San Martin going forward here for Somerset Berkley? Borowski tied the stick up. They're still being tied up there right by the 30-yard line, and it's Drew Kelly going the other way for the Canalmen. He's got Cornerbanks on the right side, gives it up to him, an option backdoor, and the shot attempt is blocked, and it springs all the way back out to midfield, where Hawks cannot get it further past the 40. As this Kroll now playing in the midfield. One goal he scored this year was about 20 yards out. We mentioned that earlier against Greater New Bedford. Was looking to do the same thing. And went off of San Martin. Rodriguez was in there. Caius Murray in there. Now working 1-on-3. Got by Cornerbanks. And is going to step over midfield with it. Staying in play. Pass Balfour. And Scofield will cut off that pass. Intended backdoor for Christian Hicks. Balfour back to the right side. Cornerbanks, he had Benzani and Hayden off on the left. And get some new options here on the field. It looks like Hingston's about to run in just a second. As Balfour goes off to the side. The skipper for the sophomore, Benzani. Brody Hayden in this third quarter moving quickly, 2:25 to go. Hawks the shot, missed right side. And Bonzani the closest one to it. Shot attempt becomes who is closest to it by the end line. If it's a pass attempt and it goes out, then it's whoever touched it last. It was Drew Kelly going full effort to try to save it on the far side. He couldn't. And possession goes back to Somerset Berkley. Carter, barring anything crazy, Somerset Berkley is going to finish overall 7 wins, 9 losses this year. They will not make the state tournament, again, unless if they can get 14 goals in 13 and a half minutes. But if you're a Raiders fan, you cannot be disappointed at all with not about the improvement that Somerset Berkley has had year after year, but how quickly they have done it over the 3 years that they have been a program.
Yeah, I mean, Somerset Berkley, despite scoreline here today, has just been – this year there's just been a lot of positives, and they've beaten some teams that they've never beaten before, like we said early in the game, Keegan, against Seekonk, beating them twice, 1 overtime and 1 close game here at Hanson Memorial Stadium. And it's just been a great year overall, despite not making the state tournament. And next year, they're looking for even higher hopes.
This is Brody Hayden far side with a minute to go. A lot of fans starting to pile right in front of us. There's some shade from the press box. I mean, I don't know how much it's cooled off in here with the air conditioning. You think it's a little bit cooler in here? I got no idea.
Yeah, it seems a little bit cooler, Keegan. I'm not sure how much, but it's definitely one of the hotter days of the year we've had so far here today, and it's definitely a great day to play lacrosse, though, for sure.
Yeah, I give our athletic director, Mr. Francis, a big A+ on this. Gotta love having an AC in a press box. Ty Hawks the shot and a nice save by Vaught. Rebound nearly picked up by Max Riddle, and Rodriguez will get it on back to Vaught. Ten seconds as it goes down the right side. Christian Hicks gets by Borowski. Looking to get one on the score sheet and missed on the near side of Nolan Scofield, and that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Shot on goal tally so far is 25-4 in favor of the Canalmen. Seitz still with 6 goals in the game. Ty Hawks, Drew Kelly, Sean Kelly, Max Riddle, Jack Balfour, Mike Valois each with 1, and Brady Banks with the 2 goals in this third quarter to have 2 for the afternoon. 12 minutes to go. Bourne looking ahead to 15-1 on the season when we come back. All right, 12 minutes to go in this boys lacrosse matchup here at Hanson Memorial Stadium in Somerset, Massachusetts. 14-0 Bourne over Somerset Berkley. Bourne looking to get to 15-1 on the season. Somerset Berkley looks like they're going to be heading to a 7-9 finish overall this year. Keegan Hamblett alongside Carter Silvia on commentary with Brian Moniz running the camera. We'll mention all of the feeds that we are on today. Somerset Access TV Channel 98, Berkeley Community Access TV Channel 9, Bourne Community Television Channels 6, 8, and 9, the Blue Raider Studios YouTube channel, the Bourne TV YouTube channel, and My Broadcasting YouTube channel. That's a handful to get all of those in for a game like this, and I'm sure you're probably going to post some highlights on your YouTube channel as well. But Carter, with 12 minutes to go in Somerset Berkley's season, what do you want to see for them as they finish out their year?
Yeah, you just got to, it's most likely your last game of the season, and you just got to go out strong, play 100% no matter the scoreline, and you'll at least know you play hard going into next season.
This is Kelly winning yet another face-off against Fioli. Kelly stepping up, and we'll bring it on back. Top guys still staying on the field for both teams. Corner Banks bringing it back to Riddle. Mazzani quick pass left side looking to find Brody Hayden. Jake Da Silva whacks it out. And Rodriguez gets it for the Raiders. Back to the goalie Vaught. He'll go over the middle with this one. It's too far for Caius Mari. Lyons was looking to pick that one up. Borowski there for Bourne, and Gruel will tap that one out of play. It looks like Gonzalez is going to leave it for Caius Murray to take it on the restart. Well, Carter, despite the scoreline, is there anything from the Somerset Berkley side that you've really liked how they've done today against maybe the best team in the SEC?
Keegan, I definitely like the offensive possession they've had. Despite the pressure by Bourne on defense, they've honed in and had some decent time of possession here in this one.
That's Gruel going right and can't connect with Connor Banks cleanly. Rodriguez trying to poke it back out and able to play it nicely to himself. Made the spin move. And nice behind the back there to give it back to Vaught. He was looking to go deep down the field again. Banzani just tried to take it away quickly, though. Pass to Gabe Gonzalez. His shot misses near side. That was Braden Maloney stepping up in the middle, getting that chance going. You know, with the Somerset Berkley side, for this Bourne side, I mean, what's working for them? We know what Charlie Seitz has been doing with 6 goals today, but has there been anybody else that you've taken note of in this game that, hey, they've been a big key to the team's success today?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of guys but for me, it's been Jack Belfour as well. I mean, the passing by all the Bourne attackers. They're all goal scorers and they're all great providers for their teammates as well, and that's why they're up big in this one.
This is Murray backing off slowly but surely against Max Riddle. Murray avoids the cross check. Got it away to Gonzalez, right side. Gonzalez looking to take a bouncing shot. Nice save by Scofield. Rebound picked up by James Kroll as he snags it away from Gruel. Tyhawks with it at midfield. Connor Banks with a nice keep right by the goal line. Hawks with the high pass to Riddle. Micah Hinkston back on the field now for Bourne. Spent the fall sports season over at Upper Cape Tech. He's a part of the soccer team with his twin brother Daniel. But he is here to stay at Bourne High School after doing JV basketball in the winter. He's been doing lacrosse here for a couple of years now. He's just running around the field right now. Everything in the tank by De Silva. He shoots one, might have been partially blocked on the near side and goes out. I mean, how about that? He's still got everything in the tank, and with a weather game like this, and he's been on the field a couple of times already. Now he's got to run off. He's probably gassed.
Yeah, I mean, he's just running around in circles, flying around rated defenders, and that's the type of stuff you want to see for the future, as that's some great running there and great stamina as well, Keegan.
Now, typically this year we've been seeing that with Ty Hawks. It was the game against Old Rochester earlier this year. He ran with the ball for probably about 2 minutes, and it was almost like a hidden ball trick kind of play. Everybody, including myself on the broadcast, thought he had the ball. Next thing you know, the pass came right in from the far side to Brady Banks, and he put it in the net. He had all of us fooled in the bleachers with that one. Hayden left side, up top to Banzani. Riddle with it now. Defended by the sophomore Gavin Camara. About to hit 7 minutes now to go in the game. Kelly finds Max Riddle, and his shot would not go. Gavin Camara scooping it up, and a nice pickup by midfield. Lofts the high pass. And Caius Murray, the intended target from Lions. Hicks will keep it in. And now on is the junior Owen Zeal. This is the Bourne Canalmen side who, after just 2 more games after this week, will be looking to win their first state tournament game since 2019. They've always, before this year, seemed to finish right around the 500 mark. They usually get into the state tournament every year, but it's been tough to advance out of the round of 32. And this year, they feel like they can have a team to not just win a couple tournament games, but even make a run and potentially get a matchup with the top team in Division 4, Cohasset, maybe a Final Four game. or even a state championship game. This team has big aspirations going the rest of the season. Riddle gets called for the whistle after knocking down Mari. I mean, this goes for all the sports too, Carter, and you could probably compare this Bourne lacrosse team with our Somerset Berkley softball team. I know the South Coast Conference at times can get a bad rep for not being a competitive division. Sometimes the strength of schedule can appear low. Out of the top 15 teams in Division 4, I believe Bourne's strength of schedule is towards the bottom of that. But if they're winning conference games by this much and they can go far in state tournaments, and both of these schools have won state championships over the past few years, so it can be done, and it can show to the rest of the state that the SEC is legit and that they can go on and do big things.
And also, Keegan, a lot of teams have made deep playoff runs as well, the Final Fours and Elite Eights. So it's definitely shown that, yes, the SEC is, it may not be the most competitive on an outside view, but if you play against a top SEC team, they're legit. And us in the SEC, we can show that we're top teams in the state too.
I mean, you've got Somerset Berkley. Field hockey has really been running the show since 2018. You mentioned baseball was a Final Four team. For the Bourne side, you had volleyball, who made the state championship this year. Ice hockey went to the Sweet 16, had a great fight against Martha's Vineyard, just came up short in that one. And volleyball the year before this year actually won the whole thing for Division 5 before moving up to Division 4 this year. But it's not just these two schools, as Drew Kelly takes the shot and he puts it in for his second goal of the game. Will be the 7th goal for Drew Kelly on the season. But even Seekonk, they went back-to-back in baseball a few years ago. Greater New Bedford always seems to have, in terms of what for men's volleyball, one of the top men's volleyball teams in the conference. Old Rochester always seems to be in it, primarily for boys basketball. Somerset Berkley boys basketball, they won the title last year. So it's just great that everybody gets a little slice of the cake, if you want to put it that way, and gets to take home some hardware to put in the trophy cases.
Also, Keegan, Old Rochester's golf team is also really good as well, as they're always a top team in Division 1, and when they play us in the SEC, it definitely looks like the men amongst boys type thing, as they're one of the top golf teams. But also, yeah, the SEC has good sports teams for everybody in every single different sport. I mean, as you said, and hopefully as years go on, the SEC can get even stronger, and we can get some, maybe the strength of schedule thing will go down as hopefully teams can get better.
This is Seitz behind, 3 minutes to go in the game. 15-0 on the road. It'll be win number 15 as well for the Canalmen. Hingston back right side to Valois, crossfield to Banks. Banks right back to Hingston up top. Somerset Berkley softball definitely seems to be the front runner to compete for a state title. Baseball's been on a really hot streak. For Bourne, the second contender to try to compete is girls tennis this year. They're top 10 in Division 4 right now. Had a great coach there, the boys soccer head coach and ice hockey assistant coach Andrew Arkey, who was our broadcasting nominee and winner for our coach of the year, leading the helm for that team. I believe only 5 seniors for that girls' tennis team at Bourne High School as well. This is San Martin, pressured by Hingston. Going to have to get it over quickly. But Valois has other plans as he gets it away to Charlie Seitz. Balfour with $1.50 to go. Valois tried the de facto one-time shot on Vaught, and it might have gone off of De Silva and out of play.
Yeah, good D there by Jake De Silva. Definitely one of the strongest defenders on this Raider team. And despite the scoreline, you've definitely seen how well he's played today, having to battle with these great Bourne attacking players.
Here's Rodriguez with a minute to go, trying to avoid a shutout in the final game of the year. Banks helped get it to Rory Glenn that time. Rodriguez hit up high, and a flag will come out. Rodriguez stepping up, and a nice save by Scofield to preserve the shutout for the moment. And here comes the flag. 6 saves for Nolan Scofield in this game. "15 seconds. Rodriguez fakes the long range, knocked off by Ty Hawks. And he's going to step away. Don't think there's going to be any more advancement, and that is going to do it. 15-0 the final. Bourne is 15-1 on the year. It's the first shutout for the Bourne Canalmen since May 11th, 2018. And you can see the celebration, Carter, going on the left side. They know what it means for Nolan Scofield, who really hasn't faced that many shots on goal this year. He's averaging about 11 shots on goal that he's been facing every single game. But you know it's the shutout that he's been waiting for his second year as a starter. It's been a complete upgrade for his performance this year, and that's a well-deserved celebration off on the left side.
Yeah, for sure, Keegan. And shutouts are come few and far between in lacrosse, especially as it's a very high-scoring sport. And great job there by Scofield here today, where even though he didn't face a lot of shots, the shots he faced were definitely some difficult ones, and he handled them with ease.
Now for Somerset Berkley, their season ends with a 7-9 overall record. You get a lot of guys who are going to be coming back. Just look up and down the roster. Look at these goal scorers. A lot of double-digit goal-scoring players who are going to be returning to this team. You got the midfielders, defensive side, even Chase Vaught in goal, who will be back to try to get this team into the state tournament next season. But from doing the games all year round for Somerset Berkley, what was it like just seeing the team improve after every single game?
Yeah, I mean, at the start, it definitely didn't look great, Keegan, as the team was kind of out of sync. Not really a lot of just chemistry on the team, but as the games progressed and players who never really played lacrosse before stepped up and figured out what the game was all about, it really came full circle as the Raiders just piled on, and they've been on a hot streak as of late before this game, and now their seasons might be done, but you got to think, Keegan, that they're going to have their head tie going into next season as well.
Now, we all know who you could pick for players of the game for the Bourne Canalmen side. Seitz and Scofield, definitely the two contenders for that. Somerset Berkley, if you had to give one for today's game, who would you pick and why?
If I had to pick a player of the game, I would go with Chase Vaught, Keegan. I mean, he faced a lot of pressure here today and a lot of shots, and he came up with some valuable saves as he had 12 saves on 27 shots, which was definitely impressive as the shots that were coming at him, Keegan, were literally a foot in front of him as Charlie Seitz had 6 goals literally from a foot away from Chase Vaught, but that was definitely my player of the game for the Raiders.
All right, for our game coverage, that does do it for us. We want to thank our Somerset and Berkley audiences who did tune in for this game. If you are watching on our Bourne Community TV feeds or my broadcasting channel feed, be sure to stick around. We have our post-game interview coming up next. For everybody else, we will see you next time. All right, 15-0 is the final. Bourne gets the win here on the road against Somerset Berkley. They move to 15-1 on the season. Keegan Hamblett with Carter Silvia, your announcers for today's game. We got our post-game interview with Nolan Scofield and Charlie Seitz. Nolan, let's start out. It's always great to get a win, but it's even better winning on the road in conference play. How does it feel to do it today?
Yeah, it feels great. We lost last week, our first game of the season, and it feels great to win 2 right after and get back in the win column and just kind of get things going for the postseason.
Charlie, you scored 6 goals today from pretty much the same spot. I just want to know, did you practice that play or that type of play in practice, or was it just something you figured out before the game that you saw in the defensive film?
Yeah, it's kind of just always a practice scheme. Always in practice on 4-on-3s or 6-on-6s, I always kind of sit on crease and just work on those quick shots and goals.
Now, I know we brought it up a couple of times this year, but I believe there was 8 or 9 different goal scorers that you guys had today. This was another one of the games where you were able to get your second, third line groups out there on the attacking side, midfield, and defensive side in this game. How important is it to get those other groups out there come state tournament time?
Yeah, so it's really important because, injuries can happen. Like last year in the playoffs, Sean went down with an injury when we went up 1 or 2-0 against Linfield, and it kind of lost us the game because we didn't have Frank as well because of injuries. So it's great to have guys that can back up our starters and play just as good.
And Charlie, you guys are looking very good this season. And is a state title you guys' hope this season?
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's always the hope, but we're just trying to win a couple games, make a run, hopefully have fun.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like you guys had fun today. As it was just a pile of goals that you guys scored.
All right, I got to talk about the shutouts. The first shutout you guys have had as a program since May 11th of 2018, which was also a 15-0 result, by the way. We went to the archives for that one. I know you've been going at it for a while. It's your second year here as a starter. What did it mean to get it today?
Yeah, it was great to get it today, but it's really not on me. It's the offense and the defense. I think everyone played great on defense today, which is why I got that shutout. I didn't have much to do, but they kind of carried me to get that.
Charlie, go on that defense. Your guys' defense was incredible today. I mean, you allowed pretty much no shots. Maybe they had 6 shots on net today, and that was so. What goes into practicing defense like that, where you're just constant pressure all the time?
Yeah, going against the pressure is definitely tough. Like, seeing it in practice, they go hard every single practice, just 100%, and I think it pays off in games. They're aggressive and just get on hands, and it works.
All right, let's do players of the game. I think Carter and I unanimously decided you two for the top players. If you guys had to pick one, there's a whole bunch of them who are sitting over there. Who would you guys pick and why?
Today I would pick Jack Borowski because Jack played amazing today. He was throwing some great checks, and it's the best I've seen him play all season.
I would also pick Jack Borowski, actually. He threw a bunch of great checks and just very aggressive on defense and paid off, got Nolan the shutout.
I can probably agree with you guys, too. Those 2 players are definitely very good and key to you guys' win today, and it was definitely impressive to watch, just the passing you guys did and also the chemistry you guys have on the field. Despite a new co-op, you guys looked incredible to watch.
All right, final question I got. Next game coming up Wednesday against Hull. That's going to be a little bit of a different atmosphere. You guys are going to be playing at Mass Maritime Academy for that one. 2-part question. What's it going to be like playing on a college field, and then what's the mindset going into that one against a team you guys beat last week?
Yeah, so it's going to be great playing on a college field because I practice there in the summer sometimes, but I've never played a game on it. And it's going to be a night game, so it's going to be awesome. Going to be a great atmosphere. And really going into this game, we definitely want to win because last time we did come out with the W, but we got some work to do. And especially against a team like that, almost a fight broke out. So we gotta keep ourselves in check, but I'm excited to play them.
Do you want me to answer? Yeah, I think it's going to be big to just come out fast and beat them. They were really chippy last time, so I'm excited for it. I think playing on the Mass Maritime field is also going to be awesome because it's just a great field, great atmosphere with the water behind it, so it'll be cool.
I do football, soccer there with friends all the time during the summer, so I know it's a great field. Carter, I know this game didn't go your way. I know you were pulling for Somerset because you go here. I won either way because I work for you guys and I came here as well. But thank you guys for joining today, and we will be at the Wednesday game. Matt Carpenter will be on camera for that one. That'll be his final game filming for us after he's done the camera work for the last year and a half. And yours truly will also be on the stadium mic for that, so we got to pull double duty for that game as well. Brian Moniz, got to shout out you running the camera. You had a 5-minute drive here, so it wasn't that bad for you today. I'm Keegan Hamblett signing off, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.